So, hey guys, welcome back to another episode. So, pretty much, we're going to talk about the 48-hour bounce back plan. So, this is just about bouncing back after a binge or emotional eating, or even just like a big night out with friends. So, this is one of the most common moments where women tend to spiral. They feel like they've messed up, and they feel like they've lo lost all their momentum. Okay, so this is going to be your exact 48-hour plan, bounce back plan, with no guesswork, um, not feeling guilty, and it's pretty much just like a roadmap to just reset and get back on track faster, right? Because I know a lot of you ladies have this all or nothing mindset, where it's like, oh, I had an episode of binging last night, or emotional eating, or I ate out with my friends, and they just give up from there, right? But then the thing that's going to really progress you is how you actually bounce back to your routine, okay? Because people like to just stay down and give up. It's not like that for like anyone in my program. Everyone in the program is like they want to see the results, right? They're not lazy. They're actual go-getters. They get the shit done, right? But if you're lazy, you can stay however you want for the rest of your life. That's like fine by me. But like you're gonna unlock so many things once you actually know more things about your health, your fitness. Everything's gonna level up. Once you learn more about that and yourself as well. Okay. So I just want to be clear. First things first. You did not fail. Okay, so I need you to hear that. So one off-plan night is not going to cancel out all the hard work that you've done. So your body doesn't work like that. But that all or nothing mindset, that's what really derails women, right? This plan isn't about punishment, it's about just more empowerment. And it's a way to respond rather than react emotionally. And remember, every fit woman that you look up to has these moments too, but they just know how to bounce back quicker into their routine. Okay? And that's the difference. Like they know how to bounce back. A lot of women, they just don't bounce back. They just stay down. And that's how they want to be, right? But I'm just going to show you today how to use the next 48 hours in order to reset your body and reset your mindset. Okay? So the goal of this plan is pretty much three things. So we want to reduce inflammation and the bloating quicker. We want to actually rebalance the hunger and your blood sugar, so that you avoid the cravings, right? And number three is you want to build your momentum so you don't lose confidence or overthink that you've blew it. Like you've lost all your progress, right? So this is not going to be a detox or a crash reset. It's about getting your rhythm back without overthinking it, right? Again, we're going to ditch this all or nothing mindset. This is what really derails a lot of women. You guys got to get rid of that, throw that out of the table. So we're just going to dive straight into it. So day one, after an episode of binging, um, emotional eating, or a night out with your friends, this is what you want to do in the morning. Okay, so the morning after, like your body might feel a bit off. It's going to feel, of course, for a lot of women, bloated. You're going to feel tired from all the food you ate, and you're going to feel sluggish because a lot of the food that you ate is probably like high in fats. And usually stuff that's higher in fat just makes me feel sleepier. And it's not just me, but like I ask a lot of these women, like in the program, in the Sculpted Method, like, how do you feel after eating all this junk food? They're like, oh, I feel sluggish. There's a pattern there, right? So the best thing you could do to get rid of this off feeling is to just move. Okay. So in the morning, I want you to pretty much do a 20 to 30 minute low intensity fasted walk. Okay. You don't need to push hard. This is just to improve your digestion, reduce your bloating, and clear your head. Okay. So then if you're up for it for that morning, you want to get in a light workout. It doesn't have to be too crazy. It just has to be super light weights. Just show up to the gym. Just something that gets you sweating, but not crushing your body or crushing your soul. Okay. And if you need to have some energy before working out, go for a banana or black coffee if needed. Okay. So that's what your morning is going to look like. In the afternoon of the first 48 hours after binging, emotional eating, or eating out with your friends, this is what you want to do. Okay. So by afternoon, you're probably getting hungry, and your instinct might be to skip meals or save up your calories, but that's not what you want to do. Okay. You need structure today. So your first meal is going to look around roughly like 500 calories, give or take. Okay. And it's going to be packed with protein and veggies. So something like a big scrambled eggs, three eggs, four eggs, um, or hard-boiled eggs, doesn't really matter, whatever you like. You want to pair that with greens and turn it into like something like a chicken salad bowl or like an egg salad bowl, right? And in between lunch and dinner, you want to have some sort of protein-rich snack. Okay. So 2 or 3 hours before dinner. This is going to help keep your blood sugar stable and reduce the chances of overeating later on. So you're not overcorrecting, you're pretty much just grounding yourself. Okay. So that's what the afternoon looks like. Same, we're still in day one. So the dinner game plan is this. So dinner is usually where a lot of people tend to slip back into guilt or feel like they're out of control again. So here's what I want you to do. So you can eat whatever you want, seriously, but you just want to make one small swap. And that swap is instead of loading up on super starchy carbs like rice, bread, or pasta, you want to switch those out with some extra veggies instead. Okay? It's getting on and on. So, and for the drinks, you want to keep the drinks at 0 calories. So water, sparkling water, diet soda, um, whatever 0 calorie. Okay. So this isn't about restriction. It's about choosing to support how you want to feel the next day. Right. So that small shift of just swapping your starchy carbs with veggies and also keeping your drinks 0 calories is what's going to keep you from spiraling while enjoying your food. Okay. I just told the ladies in the soft sculpted method yesterday, like, yo, there's nothing wrong with 0 calorie drinks like Diet Coke, Coke Zero, sparkling ice. You could have as much of those as you want. The bad thing about it, they're gonna fuck up your teeth. That's pretty much it. Okay. But they're really good tools to help enjoy your fat loss journey, right? Because if you're just drinking water all the time, boring. Okay. Um, Me myself, I like to have a Coke Zero or a Fresca or sparkling ice like on the weekends. And that's it, right? It's not an everyday thing, but it's really good to help you make you feel full faster. And again, the game of fat loss is always feel full faster without overeating your calories. Okay. So now to day two. So this is when you're back to your normal routine. And this is where the magic happens. Because this is when most people either reset or they start the binge cycle again. And you're gonna treat this day as totally normal. Don't undereat or make up for yesterday, because that's what's gonna backfire. Okay, so you're just gonna go to your normal calories, so no under eating to compensate. Okay, that same day you're gonna get your 8 to 10,000 steps a day, plus a solid workout. So normal workout. Okay, a normal workout looks like an RPE of 6 to 7 out of 10 on intensity. Okay, so if you don't know what RP is rate of perceived exertion. So that's how intense the workout feels. And you want it to feel at a 60 to 70 all the time. If you're not, you're not gonna see any changes in your body. Okay? So 8 to 10,000 steps, get a workout in, that's gonna boost your energy. And you want to fill your plate with a lot of protein, a lot of veggies, and back to your carbs again. Okay? And that's just you showing up for yourself and showing that you're capable of just moving forward and not just stuck in the yesterday. Okay? So pretty much here's a mindset reminder. So this probably might be the important slide of this whole training. Okay? So progress doesn't mean you may never slip up. It just means you bounce back faster each time. Okay? So being guilty doesn't help. All it does, it keeps you stuck. And I want you to remember this. Every woman on this journey is going to mess up. So you are going to expect to fail and you're going to expect to have a hard time, right? But what separates those who actually succeed is the ability to actually reset without feeling guilty or without spiraling or without feeling shame. Okay? So sometimes you just got to give yourself some grace. There are going to be times where you're going to feel weaker in your workouts, which is totally fine. There's going to be days where you feel more sluggish because of the food you ate, but then you just got to learn how to bounce back, right? No shame, no spiraling, no overthinking. Just be kind to yourself, right? There are some days where you just want to socialize with your friends and eat whatever you want, which is totally normal. It's totally fine, right? But in order to get back to the regular routine, we gotta slowly, in the 48 hours again, take it easy, do light workouts, slowly get back into the more intense workouts. 6 to 7 out of 10 intensity. That's not a lot, okay? So just be kind to yourself, reflect, learn, move forward. That's what you want to brag about. Okay. So like progress includes learning how to bounce back faster, right? The people that don't progress in their fitness, in their health, in their fat loss, etc., they just like to stay down. But if you're different, like all the women in the soft sculpting method, you know exactly how to bounce back without feeling guilty from the previous day. Okay. And that's what separates the successful with the ladies that just want to stay wherever they want to be. Okay. So here's your bounce back checklist in order to get dialed again for the next 48 hours. Okay. So again, after a day of emotional eating, binge eating, a night out, this is what you want to do. So just to keep it simple, you want that 20 to 30-minute fast walk. You want that light workout in the first day. Um, And the first day as well, you want something that's high protein, high veggie, right? And on day two, you're back to your normal steps, which is 8 to 10,000 steps per day. You're having 0-calorie drinks for dinner. And the most important thing is you're not feeling guilt. You just know that this is just momentum, okay? So that you can like do this for the rest of your life. Because if you're just feeling guilt, you're feeling shame, you're spiraling, overthinking. If you feel like that one day is going to fuck up all your progress, you're just going to stay down. You're not going to progress at all. Okay. Again, the most important thing, don't feel guilty. Just slowly get back into things. Here's a checklist that you can use in order to bounce back in the next 48 hours. So, if you guys have any questions, feel free to let me know. You can message me on Telegram or on Instagram if you have any questions. But that's pretty much it for today's episode. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys next week. Peace. Oops.